most welcome to another episode of Kiss and Tell Podcast. I am your host Ayo, and it's nice for you to join us here. In case you don't know, Kiss and Tell is growing. Oh, in case you don't know, I'm telling you now. But Kiss and Tell is growing, and it's really making me so happy. Like I'm feeling so joyful right now. But if you want to join us on Instagram for our weekly chat on Wednesdays, follow us on Instagram at Kiss and Tell Podcast. If you're wondering where else can I tune in on Kiss and Tell Podcast, well, don't wonder anymore. We have a link in the bio, so you can go in there and find wherever platform works for you. Just in case, Kiss and Tell is on almost every podcast hosting platform. My guest today is definitely a surprise, guys. We finally have the first male guest on the podcast. I am so happy about it. Like, I'm glad he decided to take the time to come join us. And you know what? Let's introduce the guest of today. The guest today is a very good friend of mine, a very good male friend of mine, and he's here on episode 4 of Kiss and Tell podcast. Let's introduce the guest. Guys, meet guys. It's Shema.
Hey,
Oh my god, are you happy to be here?
so much.
How was your week? Like, fill me in.
Work was busy. It was intense.
Ah,
Over the weekend we had a storm, and then
true.
so yeah, that added onto it. But I had a couple good moments where I went out in the snow. Like I was not even knee deep, like thigh deep in snow, and it was crazy. But I had so much fun just walking around and being in the snow.
Mhm.
And then I had my first good day of the week yesterday.
Yesterday, what happened yesterday? You was in.
It was just a good, like, I was just really tired throughout the week,
Yeah.
like from last week until Wednesday. And then Thursday was the day where I woke up feeling not too tired. And then I went out and I had a good day, good foods, like classes were good. Everything was good. Things are usually good.
Mm.
Yeah. And like, it was the first time of the week. And
I think the storm started like Saturday.
Saturday night, yeah.
Yeah, we went outside Saturday night. Like, we just went outside just to have fun in the snow. Wanted to be a snowman, but like the snow was not given what it was supposed to give. And it's February this month. By the way, I don't think I've said it, but happy Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
Is that the
happy
way?
Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Hey.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. And happy Black History Month. I feel like February is just a perfect month.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Why do you think it's a perfect month?
Like, it's short, so like time flies. And then during school, we have like a week off. So I only have 3 weeks of school, actually, less than 3 weeks. Not even only that, but I just feel like, you see the lonely people and you see the people in a relationship, and then you see so many things, and then it's Black History Month. So, what can be more perfect? Like, I just don't know. Like, I feel like February is just, because January is so depressing. Like, everybody is like, 2024, new me, new this, new that. So I just feel like February is like, everybody start, sinking into reality and like stop dreaming.
I get that, but like, what about in terms of school? Because like January is the chill month where things are slow, like ish. Because in February and March things are picking up: assignments, quizzes, tests, midterms, and then you have finals right after that. And it's just so much all at once. But January is usually at least the first
I feel like
week.
how I feel outside of school makes school feel better, if that makes sense. Like now I'm feeling like, oh, no more pressure to like create like wherever my 2024 like goals are, like those kind of things. Like I can, relax. Like February is just that month.
I get that. It's
Then I feel like also businesses blooming because everybody already stopped there. I'm gonna cook at home for 2024. So restaurants are now packed and like everybody has stopped their no drink. Like what do they call it? What's it called? Like dry January? Yeah, so they've stopped all of that. So it's like, okay.
And like the people that are all into the gym.
Yeah, so like then the gym is empty.
I get that. To me, it just feels like any other month.
Really?
It's I don't think I have. I don't think there's a perfect month or a perfect January.
Even
I,
your birthday months?
yeah, it's just a good month, and usually a good month is when I have a lot of good days.
Ah,
And yeah, January was a good month. I had almost every day was good.
that's nice.
So yeah.
It's the love season. Everybody is in love. Like, I don't know if they're in love or if they're crazy, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, we,
Aren't you in love?
huh?
Aren't you in love?
I'm
Or
in
are
love
you
with
crazy?
myself.
Ah, okay.
Mm. That is what I say, and that is how I end it. I'm in love with myself. Like, I don't think asking anybody, they love themselves. Like, they love themselves more than I love myself.
Say that again.
I don't think I've met anybody that love like themselves
Well,
more than I love myself. Like, I don't think I have, like,
that's really cool.
I mean, psychology will say it's a bad trait, but who cares?
Maybe not.
Well,
Ah,
okay. You know what?
hmm.
Since it's a love season, what does love mean to you?
um, love can be a feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
It can be you feel butterflies, um, and then you feel nervous when you're thinking about a certain person or people. Love can be like filling. Like when I think of my family, I feel warm and full. And
Mm,
then love can be, it can be bad. It can be like when the saying you like when you love someone that you're supposed to love,
uh,
or how. Let me put it this way: love is messy, love is beautiful, love is dirty and nasty. Sometimes it's like it's everything in one. Like it can be bad, it can be good, it can be dirty, it can be really nice and clean. I don't know. It's a lot of things, but it's also a commitment to me.
for
Like,
you?
yeah, it's like a promise more than anything.
Mm.
A promise that is upheld by the people in that are saying, yeah, we love each other, or no, I love you. This is my promise to you that I'll love you.
Mm. I should never thought of it that way. But then I feel like I love you is kind of like big right now in our society. So like I don't think I'm around like I love yous for some reason, even though I feel like, do you think like I love you can only be like, because I feel like we had this interaction previously because we're friends, where like we're talking about saying I love you to a friend, and I feel like it's from you. I had that first, and ever since then, it kind of stuck to me how like nice it is to hear from a friend like let's live like romantic partners or whatnot. Like let's live those ones that way. Like from a friend, it's like I don't know how to describe it, but like I had it from you first and it felt so good. Like I don't know, like it made my day. Like I was trying to act like it didn't, but it really did. Cause it just made me feel a certain way that I can't even describe. And it made me feel like I want all my friends to feel that way. So I think I'm saying I love you more to my friends. Like it can be like a jokingly, but I actually really mean it. So what do you like? How necessary do you think that is? Like to say I love you to your friends. Like what is your own view on it?
First of all, it's beautiful. I didn't know I was like your first friend to tell you I love
You
you.
were.
Hey, that makes me feel really good. Um, what's my view on saying I love you
Yeah, like on to friends.
to friends? One thing I used to say it all the time to my friends. I used to say it like every time we met. They would not go home without me saying I love you and them saying like or saying them saying it and then me saying it back. Either way. But then at some point I realized, wait, I'm saying it, but like it becomes more of like a short because okay, it's like oh, the same way you say goodbye when
Yeah.
you're saying goodbye to someone. It's like oh, I love you, not because I mean part of it is like yeah, the intent at least for me the intention at first was I want to reassure you and remind you that I love you. You know that I'm there for you. But the more time went on, like the it became easier for me to get to forget that and be like I love you and it's just something I say.
It's like an habit.
Yeah, so after I realized that I tried to change it, I talked to some of my friends with whom we did that a lot, and I was like, I want to scale back on saying it, not because I don't mean it or I don't want to say it anymore, but
Yeah.
kind of it didn't lose its meaning, but it, actually, yeah, it lost its meaning. It because I would say it but not feel anything, whereas I used to say it because I felt something. So now I say it when I feel something or when like my friends needs reassurance.
Mm. Do you think like that happens in romantic relationship, like that, like what you just explained to us, like that actually happens in romantic relationships?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Well, like people, are you in a relationship?
am I in a relationship? I mean, I feel like you're talking about like a committed romantic relationship.
Yeah,
I'm not in a committed romantic.
a situationship.
You'd have to define that. I don't think I'm in a situation.
Actually, what's the definition of situationship? Like,
I could not tell you. I don't know. I think it's the way I've heard it being explained is meet someone, you're talking, you may not necessarily both of you may not necessarily like define what you want or like, tell that to the other person,
yeah.
but you're just together and you're spending time together. And that's a situationship because you're in a situation where you're together and you're like relationshiping, but you're not talking about it. I'm not in any of those. If I go by that definition, where a situationship is something that's not defined as apart from giving it the name situationship,
Yeah.
then yeah, I'm not in any of it.
Mm, I don't know. I feel like situationships are just funny to me. Like they're just funny. Like it's a joke. I found myself caught up in one, and God knows, never again.
Mm.
God forbid.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
What?
What happened?
What did you say? Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Okay. Talking about love, do you have like what's like the memory, like the earliest memory you can remember of actually loving or being loved
By anyone?
by anyone?
The It's a hard question for me to answer because my memory is not good like that. Like, I don't remember the first time. I can tell you about times I felt it, times I like if I think about when I felt loved.
Mm.
Like these are the times that come to my mind at first. Like they're the first memories that come into mind. And there's like my mom.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm eating, right? Or I just came home from work and I'm eating, or I'm just talking. Yeah, better example. I'm talking to my sister, I'm annoying her, or I'm just talking to my brother, or someone that's cooking, and she just walks in, she looks at me, and she's like, Shema, come here. And I come over and she's like, give me a hug. And she's shorter than me, but she just hugs me and like holds me. Not super tight, but she just holds me. And I feel like the way they say a mother's hug, it's
Yeah.
like that. And like in Rwanda, we have this thing where you pass the person's back and then you give them blessings as you're doing it. So you say, God bless you, I wish you health, I wish you happiness, I wish you all the best in school, blah, 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 blah. So she does that and she's just telling me all these things. She's like all these well wishes. And, there's that. And there's like when my dad, um, like when I was, I don't remember when. Oh yeah, I remember. He came home from work, and my mom had just told us that we were moving houses and we were going to like a house we always wanted to live in. And then he came home, and I was so excited. And I saw him. I was like, Dad, how come you didn't tell us? Like, how come we had to hear from mom? Not to say that, not to say anything, but like, you know. And then I gave him a big hug, and he was like, "Wow, I love you. I love this guy because And he was surprised, like, because we hugged, but like I hugged him, like I held him tight. I think I lifted him up a bit, but that's love, and like the same thing for my siblings. I feel like for my family, it's more physical touch, but like with my sister or my brother when we're hugging, and like my siblings, it's a different case from my parents. My parents will always want to hug. My siblings, they'll say Shema, I'm good, or give me like a half hug. But when they're like Shema, come here, or I say come here, and they come here and they give me a full hug.
If you know the way my mom forces me and my brother to hold hands just in pictures, like we're saying bye to one another, my mom's like, you guys are not hugging each other. Like, I don't know, but like, I love him, but I don't want to hug him.
Why not?
It's obvious they still hug at me when we're hugging. I don't like that.
I get that.
Because I'm the older one. I should be taller. It's too late for me. So, you know. But I understand no one wanted to hug your sibling, but should we do? Like, should we be like, you talk about physical touch, and I was wondering, like, what's your love language?
I don't think I only have one. I don't know if anyone has
one,
but I feel like in giving and receiving, it's acts of service. I thought, growing up, I thought I was a people pleaser. Maybe there was like, there's some truth to it, but I think most of it is acts of service. That's how I show people that I love them. I do things. And I didn't realize it until I realized I loved you and Aku was like acts of service. Like even in like receiving, it was that. Because I remember.
Can I post on our story? Oh my god, can I post on our story? There was a time in our dorm room. Remember when he came to come and help us clean our dorm room floor?
Oh yeah.
I have like videos and like, cause it's been a year from then now, and like Snapchat like sends me like memories of that, and I was like, geez, I wanted to send it to you. I forgot. I had such a busy day that day, but it was so cute. Like it was literally like we're literally praising him, cause man, I feel like Shema. Wait, then Shema would have been the only man I would know. Like, let's leave my family out of it, because God knows my mother is not doing any duties. They are working their ass off. But like that would do like such like talks, like, and then I was meeting a lot of like very men that I shouldn't be talking to. But Shema was the only like man I know at that point in time that would actually do something like that. And I don't know if we said we were thankful, but we were thankful. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and like you said something about putting in your story.
Yeah.
Send it to me first.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
I'll send it to you. Yeah. Actually, I also send it to Ako also because she was at the background and I don't think she wants that on our story. But I think she was not on our story. But okay, you're listening your love languages?
Yeah, acts of service. Acts of service are a big thing for me, I found out. And then comes physical touch. And then after that, it's like, what are the other ones? There's like acts of service, physical touch, gift giving, and quality time. Yeah. So I feel like physical touch and quality time are like, they tie for second place, and acts of service is first, and then gift giving is fourth. But to me, it feels like gift giving is sort of, I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but it feels like it's the same thing as acts of service.
Yeah. Because I feel like the gifts that matters are the ones that there's like thoughts behind them. So I'm thinking about what my love language is, and I don't know. I did a test though, and it did say physical touch. But if you touch me, I might slap you. Like if you touch me when I'm not expecting it, like I ate it so much, like I can't deal. But apparently, if I love you, I will allow it.
Maybe, or maybe it's like because people have things about their private space, especially if it's like you intrude in it without any warning. But like, think of like if I tell you I'm gonna go in, I want to hug you, you will hug, right?
Yeah.
And I've never felt like, you don't like this. Or maybe you do and you don't show it.
No, it's not that. I don't know how to explain, but like I feel like, yeah, like when I realized I didn't like it was, I don't know, maybe because I'm African. Like a lot of strangers like touch me, like not in a weird way. I realized that doesn't sound nice, but like it was set like hugging me and like I'm kneeling down, like they're patting my head, like they're touching my head, like. Man, I'm so superstitious. Like my head is the glory of my body. Like don't touch my head. Like those kind of things. Like from when I was young, like I always felt it was rude to reject them. But now that I'm an adult, I feel like, so I started rejecting everything, like everybody, like it doesn't matter. But I hate it the most from people that, I won't say you're a stranger, but I feel like you're a stranger. Like maybe I meet you in church, or like maybe you know my mother's mother, or like those kind of things. Like we're not related or anything. Like we're not close in any way. But like as an African child, like very Yoruba one, like I'm kneeling down, you're touching my head. Like I don't like it. Like in all honesty, but I've never felt like, also I feel like it's better for you to, like, I like it when people actually like, oh, I'm giving you a hug, like, say it before, because I might push you away and I feel bad after. I've done that before to somebody I didn't mean it. So like, and I felt so bad. But I apologize. That's all that matters. And I was talking about where I was going with love language was, how a sibling in love language might be physical touch. So if they're hugging you and you're like, no, like that, like, and I feel like we should show love. But like, have you ever been with somebody or talking to somebody where like you both have different, like the way they give love is not the way they are, like you want to accept love. Like, do you think that's a big issue? Like some people should stay away from?
Not necessarily, because it's like in cases like that, it comes down to at first communication. Hey, I I noticed that you like to show your care or your love for me this way. I love that because I know you're trying to communicate that to me, but that's not like the primary way I receive love. That's not how I process it in my mind. And so this is what actually, like, if you want to show me love, acts of service or like physical touch.
Yeah.
And like you talk about it, and at least what I think right now is in cases like that, it's if the way give love is different from the way you receive love, then I should try to switch, right? And I'd want the same thing from you. If the way you give me love is not the way I like to receive it, then I would ask. I would I ask you to switch? I'm not sure. I would communicate that, hey, I'd rather this.
So you think communicating is the solution to the issue?
Communication at first, and then there's like, because if it's like if physical touch is my thing, but you ever think against that, like you ever think, then that may not work out. But then there comes talk of there's communication and there's like reflecting and acceptance. It doesn't have to be you accepting, oh, I like physical touch, so let me do that even though you don't like it. It can be, oh, I know that you don't like physical touch. That's how I primarily receive love, but I understand that you don't do that. I understand. Maybe I know why, right? Or maybe I don't, but like I understand that it's a really hard thing for you. And so it's like it's not rewiring your brain, but it's reminding yourself like this is how they're doing this. When they do things like this and this and this, then they're telling me I love you, and taking your assurance in that.
Mm. Um. Oh my God. Sorry.
Okay.
I love you in relationships right now in our generation is like a big thing. It's not a big thing to me. Well, I mean, if you're saying it, you better mean it. But I just feel like putting a time on when to say it, like, is it ever too fast or too slow? I don't like that. Like, that's what the person is feeling for you at the moment. So for you to feel like I love you scares you away. Honestly, that's you, but I don't feel like I love you scares me away. Because that's what you're feeling. It does not mean I'm feeling the same. Sure, if you love me, tell me you love me. Like, that feels nice to hear. But, like, do you think there's a perfect time, like, in a relationship? Like, do you have a time you would say, I love you, like, after meeting somebody?
No.
Like, when you feel it, you just say it?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually when I feel it, either I say it right then and there, or it's like I take time to myself to process it and be like, what was that? What do I feel? And then I tell the person.
Is it hard to love someone?
In general, or like me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Romantically or
Both.
general?
Both.
Really?
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, we can get into romantically, but like,
Let's say romantically.
okay, romantically,
It's a season of love.
okay. Then it's not. I wouldn't say hard. It's just I don't think it's necessarily something you go out looking for. So I can't tell you it's hard because it comes when it comes, right? So,
do you find it hard?
Do I find it hard? Would implies that I've tried to love someone and haven't been able to.
But
I don't try to love anyone.
So it just comes like wherever you feel it.
Yeah.
Like I have a question. Like if you love someone, like you're feeling it, do you find it very easy to say it out?
It depends on our relationship, you know. Like if we're just getting to know each other. Say when I was in my teens, you know, not where I am now in terms of emotional maturity and being aware of my feelings and what they mean and stuff like that. And the same being true or somehow true of the other person, then it's its own kind of ordeal, like where I'm so nervous because like I can't think about your being next to you without feeling some type of way inside, right? Like you feel like it's like a word you feel a knot in your stomach. Or like your heart you feel butterflies and stuff like that. But what was the question?
If you love somebody, do you find it hard to say it? Like to say I love you? Actually forgot the question for a second.
Generally no. No. If I feel it, I will tell you. Yeah, if I feel it, I'll tell you. Unless you don't want to hear it, then I'll still tell you and then I'll just move away. My last heartbreak was last year, 2023. Yeah.
Okay.
I had like a big one, and then I had a minor one after that. Like in the same time. The same person. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I told you about it, you know.
I feel like I will know when you talk about it. If you want to, you don't have to.
I will. I'll try not to go
deep.
No, not deep, but like I'll try to keep it on me and not
on the other person.
Yeah. So met someone, and I was intrigued. I was like, whoa. I mean, I knew it's possible to meet someone and be like, whoa, but like, yeah, that didn't happen to me yet. No, it happened only once before, but it wasn't the same kind of whoa. It was a different one, and now it's like, whoa, you know. And so I meet this person, and we get to talking, and it's great, and we're having a good time, and feelings started to get involved for me, right? And then at some point, I realized, fuck, I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love. Too bad it wasn't reciprocated. You know. And that, like the night I told them about it is the night I also realized I was actually was I in love? I was falling in love. I wasn't in love. I was falling in love. And then they tell me, yeah, it can happen.
It can happen?
Yeah.
So you said a big one and then a small one?
Yeah, I'll talk
from the same person?
Yeah. So that
not once but twice.
Destroyed, like, you know when you say heartbreak, like your heart shattering?
Yeah.
Like you watch like an animation or a movie and then you hear a glass breaking. I never thought so. I just thought that's something people like. It's a movie thing, but no.
Like I always talk about how I want to experience that, but then my friends say, God forbid, like they pray against it. Because why would I say that? Well, I'm very happy right now, so I don't think I want to experience that right now. But I just want to know, like, is it really how they say it is?
How do they say that?
Like, first of all, you're blown away. Like, I can feel this.
No, but not to me. Remember, I said, you can feel
Everybody
heartbreaks
feels it
differently.
differently.
To me, it was this happens and it hurts because not hurts as in I'm aching, but like I'm thinking about this person. I can't be with them. I can't express my feelings to them. I can't share my feelings with them, and I can't bask in their feelings for me because they're not there.
Mhm.
And so that is sad more than anything.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's also beautiful in its own way because let me explain myself. It's like people talk about life and like the meaning of it, blah blah blah. People say lots of different things, right? Uh, and they all have a point, right?
Yeah.
One of the things they say is life is all these experiences. Life is the journey itself. Like from the moment you're born and you start to think and talk and like be alive until the moment you're not alive anymore. That's what like all these things that you're doing, whether they're bad things or good things, whether they're painful or happy, it's life. So it's beautiful because we say life is beautiful, right? You
Yeah.
go out, the sun is shining, you're like, wow, beautiful, such a beautiful day. I'm so happy. I go out and I see it's snowing and it's gray everywhere, and I think this is beautiful, and I'm so happy when I see that. But for the sun too. And then if I'm in love, I'll feel the same way. If I'm sad, if I'm heartbroken, I'll feel sad definitely.
Yeah.
But I'll and then I realize that wait, I feel sad, but like this is beautiful because wait, I'm actually experiencing this, and I know that it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
I I know it may happen again, probably will, and I'm okay with it. I welcome it because it's life. You can't. I don't think you can live. Like you can choose what you live in, like what you experience, right?
Yeah.
You experience all of it or none at all. So I welcome the pain so I can welcome the joy and everything else in between.
Uh, oh, I don't want a break right now, please, Rod.
The second heartbreak was so no feelings for were being reciprocated towards me. So I was like, okay, cool. We were like we still liked each other. Like we're cool people. We both thought we're cool people. We thought we were both cool people, and so we were hanging out. We were friends and stuff. And then I started feeling like yeah, I know I'll get over this, But in the meantime, maybe, maybe.
That's like I just remembered now. I just remembered and I'm gone. Because you can know be for real. Like honestly.
I was just like maybe, and then it happened again. I don't remember what it was exactly, but I remember the second time I felt like glass shattering. It wasn't
as broken as the
no, not broken, but like I already felt it. Like the first time you feel something, it's novel. It's or like the first time you feel something in a long time. Like you go back to feeling like the status quo, and then like a big drop happens, and like it takes a while before you go back to regulating and being, this, and then so it happened right after, not too long after the first one. So it was like, oh,
she actually mean like maybe they meant what they say.
not even that. I mean, yes, that, but like to me, it was just like
Realization.
it's beautiful still, but like it hurts. It's painful.
Odds and pay. You know what time it is? It is time for the game of the episode. The game of the episode, guys. Let's get into it.
Guys, is pick a card. So I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna tell me if it's a, yellow flag, a green flag, or a red one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yellow means it's in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're not really sure if you're alive.
Okay.
There you go. You know what? Let's get into it. Still friends with your ex. A green flag?
You'd have to give me more context for like Yeah, why wouldn't you be friends?
I'm not into storytelling, but like they're still friends with their ex.
Yeah.
Like very good friends. A green flag.
Why would it be a bad thing?
I don't know. I don't know. If you say it's a green flag, then
It's a green flag to me.
Okay.
I mean, okay, maybe not a green flag. More like it's not. I wouldn't say it's bad or good without more details. You know.
Shema,
Yeah.
it's a scenario. Friends with your ex.
Then you green flag because you're able to maintain a friendship with someone you were like romantically involved with. And
Are you serious?
It's hard to do that most times, and like to do it in a like a good healthy way is even harder. But if you're able to do that, green flag.
I leave my comments. Anyway, next one is jealousy issues.
Jealousy issues. What do you mean by that?
They're jealous. Like it's too much. Like they're jealous. Like it's not the kind of one where you like laugh off. Like
So the feeling itself is valid. So saying it's a red flag, I mean, not being aware of it and like, so not addressing it is a red flag. But jealousy in itself is not a red. I don't think I would say. I don't think it's a red flag because, like, we're possessive. We're human beings. We're possessive, and so if you feel jealous, that's a valid thing. Not processing it and like lashing out on someone because of your jealousy, that's a red flag.
okay.
The next one is like they have a very teasing personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'd say it's a green flag. I like that.
I
I like that because
talking about possessive.
I mean, so it's I don't know. I don't. If
You like what you like.
yeah, and like the possessive thingy, true, but like some people do a better job, maybe at keeping that
Mm-mm.
uh, like keeping that under control, or maybe doesn't they're just not as possessive. I don't think I'm too possessive.
Being shy. Let me give you. I actually have an example for this one. Let me relax. When they make it their own personality, like they don't want to go out because like they don't go out to certain places because they're shy. They don't want to meet your friends because they're shy. They don't want to do this because they're shy. They don't want to do that because they're shy. They don't want to do this. Like in this 24 hours is actually they're gonna mention that like 3 hours.
Okay. Red flag meaning not someone I would go for, like a behavior and someone I wouldn't appreciate too much.
Mm.
So I wouldn't go for them. Yeah, I'd say red flag because not yeah. Like do you if you wanna be shy, but you know, like you can be shy but still have your own life.
Mm.
If you are codependent, then that's the red flag. So instead of shy, I'd say codependency is the red flag.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends.
Having a lot of friends. I mean, do you think that's a red flag for me?
Give me the flag, the red one. Like we can't go out and you're meeting 20 people on the road.
Why do you think that?
Cause if you have a lot of friends, let me tell you, there are differences between friends and acquaintances. I feel like people don't know. If you have a lot of friends, there's something you're trying to hide.
Okay, honestly, I get that. I get that.
Red flag. There you go.
I would say, depending on the situation, this is a yellow. Yeah, neutral. Because having a lot of friends is not necessarily a bad thing because I get what you're saying, but like there's like like the level of friendship, like the kind of friends you see each other so often that because if they occupy so much of your time, then where's time for yourself and like for other people?
A people pleaser.
A people pleaser is not
Let's be
someone I go
honest.
for.
Then it's a red flag for you. That's it. Pick a flag.
Fine, I picked yellow because Yeah, I wouldn't go for you. Would I not? I would be. I'd be hesitant because you're a people pleaser. But like, I don't want to say red because like, okay, it's not sure. Yeah,
It's a red flag for you.
red.
Doesn't believe in therapy.
Doesn't believe in
They're
therapy.
very vocal about it.
See, you can have your opinion. If you don't believe in therapy, I don't think you can. We can be in a committed relationship.
Red flag for you.
Yeah.
Take serious, like, let me tell you. Okay, this one I actually have a story. I go to my friends for advice. My friend gives me advice. I don't have any processing thoughts. Like, how would I take this advice and apply it? And what do I apply? What do I apply? I apply everything my friends say from their mouth. What do you think about that? She kind of gives people pleaser vibes.
People pleasing, codependency, a bunch of things I'm not thinking about, but like basically, I think it dials down to like individual thoughts.
Red flag.
The red flag, listen to your friends, like get advice for sure, but
No thought process before you
critically
apply.
think about it
Yeah.
yourself.
And that is it on the game of the episode.
Um, if I if I want to say something before you go,
Yeah.
it would be that. Well, I'm not saying you should do it. I'm saying I do it. Is I just welcome life, whether that means I welcome. I mean, I welcome pain and hurt, but I also welcome happiness and joy. And I don't think they can go without each other. So I don't try to avoid. I mean, I try to avoid heartbreak by talking things out, but like I'm not going to not go for a person because I don't want to get into them and then we'll break up and I'll be heartbroken. That won't stop me. So if anything, I hope the viewers will think about it, reflect on it, and hopefully maybe think what I'm saying makes sense.
Okay.
I'm Shema, and this
Aya.
is your host.
Okay, let's do that again.
I'm Shema,
Okay.
and this is your host.
Aya.
Hey, hi. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And that's it on today's episode, guys. Bye, guys.